So I believe you guys can hear me loud and clear, right? Okay. So once again, good evening, everyone, and I'm really excited to welcome you all to tonight's online interview prep session. So I'll be leading the session for tonight, and I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for joining. And I think the purpose for this session is for us to prepare for the upcoming interview that is coming up in few weeks. So I think the major thing for us to just do is to practice some key interview questions. Share ideas together, and then get feedback from each other. You understand? So feel free to ask questions. All right, and I think I dropped some questions on the group. I don't know whether you guys saw it. You can check. I dropped like 10 questions on the group. So those 10 questions, we are going to deal with them, and then I would like somebody to act as HR or as an interviewer. Then we are still going to maintain those 10 questions. All right. So this is how we are going to do it. So before that, I would like you guys to drop your in the comment section. Try to drop your department. You can type your department. What else? Do I need any other details? Just drop your department, your course of study. Let's start with that first, so I can take note of that. I'm waiting, guys. Just your department. I think that's the only thing I need. Yes, department. Okay, Joyce, you're an accounting student. That's cool. Accounting graduate, rather. Sorry for that. Who else? Biochemistry. Interesting. Who else again? Guys, you are not up to five. What's going on? Mr. Kudus, is Mr. Kudus still here? I can only see Dave. Mr. Dave, what's up? Are you there? We have engineering in the house. We have an engineer in the house. Mr. Dave, now you supposed to take the lead. Oh. We are coming to your company. Now you supposed to take the lead. Now you supposed to guide us all through. But anyway, sir, that's fine. So, all right. So we have the first person here. We have accounting graduate. We have biochemistry graduate. We have graduate in industrial and production engineering. So, where are we going to start from? So let's start with uh, okay. So let me just take the lead as usual. All right, take it. So I'm going to act as HR. Then probably we can switch. Then you guys will interview me too as well. Though I've not really prepared. To be sincere, I've not really had time to sit down and prepare. Yes, and though I've been able to get most of the things that I need to say from my CV. Just like the first video that I dropped on my YouTube channel. Remember that I tried to use ChatGPT to get some content on what to say based on my course of study. So I believe you guys must have done that too as well. So that's the main reason why I don't even bother to even stress myself, because I already have the content on what to say, or just to get a clear picture of whatever I need to say about myself. Okay. So, and if you know you've not done that, it's better you try your possible best to to get the full details on ChatGPT, get whatever you need to get from there, and you can put it into practice before the interview date. Take note. So, as an accounting student, I believe you have your CV, and for you to answer any interview questions, if you don't know what to say, if you don't know where to start from, I think I've been able to drop video on that. Use ChatGPT to get the content on what to say, okay, and you can try to practice it anytime. So, like I said, I'm going to act as an HR, and then I need somebody to interview. So probably I'll start with. Should I start with this, Dave? Okay, ladies first. Ladies first. So let me start with Fumilaya. Fumilaya, are you there?
Why familiar?
I, I know. Because you joined first. So let me start with you.
Ah,
Ladies first.
oh
So
my god,
I think
I'm not ready for drilling though.
no, I'm not going to drill you that much. I'm not going to drill you that much. I think somebody just joined. We are up to five now. So blessing, good evening. Blessing, can you hear me? Listen, if you can hear me, can you please give me a thumbs up? All right, you can speak. Go ahead. Okay, good. So, once again, you are welcome. Listen. So, this is what we have been able to discuss so far. So, I started with introduction and I was able to give a clear picture on what we need to do for tonight. But the first thing I need from you now is for you to drop your department, like your course of study rather. Can you please drop it in the comment section? Listen,
All
right
right,
now.
okay, I'm doing that now.
All right, good. So, blessing, we have Joyce here. So, Joyce actually. I'm coming. Let me check. I can't see. Okay, Joyce studied accounting, and then Fumilayo studied biochemistry. Mr. Dave studied industrial and production engineering. Okay, and okay, Blessing, I can see your course of study now. So, Blessing studied business education. So, I think we can just go ahead. And Fumilayo, like I said, I'll serve as the HR, and I'm going to interview you. So, are you ready? Are you fully ready? Or we should not go straight to the point. We should try to gist a little bit. I think
As in,
let's just gist a little bit before we dive into the main work. So now let me start with all the questions I'm going to ask so that at least you have enough time to think of what to say. Because I know that you know how to fuck up if I ask a question. So let's start with the first. I think on the group, let me try to check the group first. I'm coming. On the group, I tried
okay.
to let me drop a message again. Think somebody need the link. Who's that? Ayo. Okay. So I'm trying to check the message I dropped this evening. Seriously, so I don't open message on our group. I guys don't talk.
I,
And I was saying that
I
I drop
think it was
questions.
the general
I
group.
drop it on other groups. Huh? What do you say?
I think it was the other general group.
Seriously speaking, I forgot probably. Let me try to drop it on our group, and I drop it on other people's group. Let me check again. I think that should be on group 22. Yes, I've seen it. So I'll forward it now. No wonder you were scared. Familiar. Yeah, like I should not drill
Hey,
you that much.
I'm scared because I'm not prepared. I'm still reading about NNPC history and all of that.
I've never even started
But
any history at all. And the funniest thing is, I actually have luck. Oh. Like during that time, during the aptitude test, when we were still trying to prepare for the test or something like that, people were reading current affairs. Like, I was like, no, you are not serious. And during that time, I never that to even read one. And you believe that
I think it was your video on YouTube that really helped me. Even though I wasn't joining online, I took my
just
time to watch
to
the
follow
video.
up, yeah, sure.
Yes, so
During
try
that
to
time, I
grasp.
never bothered to even read the current affairs at all. Not until like 4 hours to the date of the exam of the test rather. Like for I mean around 2 a.m. That was when I started reading the current affairs, and it was only 200 questions I was able to finish or something like that. And seeing the test, no single current affairs. I was like, what is this? And for
As
this
in,
one
me,
too,
I was actually shocked. I actually like from one I from the question one I actually went like I scrolled through the
the
question
next like
30 or
question
40.
30 or 20
Like
something
yeah,
or 15, just to
I,
see whether you see any
I didn't
current
see
affairs.
anything. I
I
was
swear
like,
it was not funny. I swear. So this one too, we are not really sure if it's good to know about the company. Like at least just try to understand one or two things about the company. Because if you want to go for an interview, let's say um I'm an let's say I'm a math tutor for instance, and I try to apply for a job, okay, and probably they call me for an interview in a big school. So what I need to do is just make research about that school. So same thing goes with NNPC too as well. We have to make research too and know about the company. I think that's a very good way to go. So we just need to. But my own thinking is probably they might not even bother to even drill us at all. They might not even bother to even
yeah.
drill us. I'm very very sure of that. And if they want to, no problem. We'll prepare for it.
Because
We'll
like
try.
that exam, it was not what we were expecting. Actually, we were
I
expecting something
swear.
like very yeah. So they're just so unpredictable. After there is the competition, she said they might not do something. I don't hear them.
They might not what? Joyce, I can't really hear you. clearly.
You said something, so I'm trying to like clarify what you said. You said they might not something like
They might not really drill us, like
that.
trying
Okay,
to stress us with questions or something like that. So it might just be something straightforward. Who knows whether your interview might not even pass 5 minutes? Who knows? So nobody knows
The
now.
main thing
Probably just.
is just pray for favor and
What if
just
they just
favor.
ask you
That's
why are you here? And that's all. So why are you here? Fumilayo,
I'm
be
here
ready
to
for my
get the job.
questions. So Fumilayo, be ready for my questions. I don't even have to even stress you. I say I'll just ask you why are you here? To get the what? What do you say?
I'm here to get the job, me.
So you're not there to apply your skills. Once you get the job, no problem. Guys, I'm about to drop the question now. Coming. So can you see my message now? You can try to check the WhatsApp group. How many are we now? We are up to 7. So guys, you're
One
all
suffer.
welcome. I need the moderator, please. Dave, can you hear me? Dave, are you there? Can you please assist me? Probably if anybody joins, you can just try to inform them to drop their course of study. Dave, can you hear me? Can you do that for me, please? Dave, I think Dave is not there. Joyce, can you please? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dave. So you can try to inform others. I think 2 people just joined us. That should be let me check. And that should be Peace. Peace, you are welcome. Who else again? We have Adibola Adirunke. So you can try to inform them. Adibola and Peace, can you please drop your course of study? All right. So we would like to know what you study. And then, guys, have you seen the question? You can check the WhatsApp group now. So I've dropped some questions there. So Formulayo, those are the questions I'm going to ask you. I have 10 questions
Okay.
there. Just relax, okay? You don't need to be scared. Because I'm starting with you, okay? So I have 10 questions. Wow. Formulayo, you can see your study mate. Oh. She studied biochemistry too. Adibola Adironke studied
Um,
biochemistry. That's cool.
okay. I finally have
Well,
I'm not alone.
well. So this, like, seriously, study math and computer science. I also have my own mate here too. So Formulayo, no, they brag too much. Peace, I study mathematics too as well. Pure and applied mathematics
Okay.
as well, yeah.
Wow.
So now I've posted some questions on the group, and we have 10 questions there. I don't know if you guys have seen it. So if you are currently on WhatsApp, you can open the group, not general group. I mean our own personal group for 24th of January. Okay. So if you check it out, I said the first question there says, "Tell us about yourself," or "Can I meet you?" And I was able to explain that during our last session that we did 3 days ago. Remember? So is that they asked, "Tell us about yourself," or they asked you to introduce yourself, or they decide to ask you, "Can we meet you?" or something like that. I think there's another one I mentioned. I can't really remember. So, Fumila, if I ask you, "Tell us about yourself," I believe you already know what to say. So, get ready for that question. Now, for the second question I have here, I hope you guys are following.
Yes, sir. We are.
Okay, first question, tell us about yourself. I'm trying to type it in the comment section. Tell us about yourself. That's number one. So, for the second question, I'm going to ask you to tell us one significant thing you did with your time in school. When I say school, you know the school that I'm referring to, not your secondary school. And if you still want to talk about your secondary school, no problem. I prefer your undergraduate level. Okay, so that will be the best thing. So let me see if I can, to make it faster, let me try to open my WhatsApp on my system so I can just copy and paste instead of typing. Okay, hold on, guys. Where is this group? I'm finding it very difficult to get the exact group we are in. So, Funlaya, I hope you are fully ready.
But I'm not sure I'll be the one that will answer all these 10 questions, right?
No, no, no. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask you all the questions. Probably maybe just three
Okay.
or four questions. Then I'm done. Or you want me to? Or
Okay.
you want me to add another HR? I'll add another person. So two people will interview you. No problem. But let's just take it gradually. Trying to get. Okay, I've seen the group. So second question, number two. So the second question says, I'm about to type it now. So you can check the comment section. Tell us one significant thing you did with your time in school. All right? Take note of that. Tell us one significant thing you did with your time in school. And then the third question says, okay, let me see whether I can start with this. What do you do now? I think this one is it's also nice. What do you so we'll get to know you better. And the funniest thing
I'm not
is,
working.
and do you know
I'm not
what?
working. Don't ask me that question. I'm not
I'm,
working.
but do you know that all these questions, like all these questions, is like five in one question. You know why you are
Kind
trying
of.
to because why you are trying to tell us about yourself. You must have mentioned all these things. If you are smart, you can easily compile everything in your statement in less than 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you should have done that. If I want to tell you about myself, definitely I'll tell you one thing that I've done during my undergraduate um, level, and at the same time, I would have explained one or two things about my previous experience. And okay, why do you want to leave your current role? I think I'm not going to talk about that. And
Eh,
how your friend describes you, that's if the interviewer asks that kind of question. Tell us about your project topic, Nimbo, for you. What is the most challenging thing you have faced working with people in a team? So I think question one, two, three is like three in one question. Okay, you should have explained that, or probably must have discussed one or two things about those questions. So the third one, let me try to copy that and then paste it here, so we can just use it as guide. You understand? So I don't need to go head over to WhatsApp again. So we have that third question. So should we start with the first three questions? I think that's fine. No, let me add one more.
okay.
No, what is okay? Let me add one more. I think I'm going to add, guys, for tonight, we are going to deal with just five questions. That's all. Just five questions, not the 10 questions entirely. Five questions for tonight. Probably tomorrow we can try to add more. So I want us to consider question number one, question number two, question number three, nine, and 10. Okay? I hope that is clear. All right. So, are we all ready? So, guys, if you are ready, can you please give me a thumbs up? I'm referring to others. So, Joyce, Dave, are you there? Let's try to welcome Miss Fumilayo. Miss or Mrs. Fumilayo, which one?
Miss though.
All right, no, Allah.
I'm shaking already.
No,
Oh.
there's no need for you to shake. What's there? No, no. So let me see if I can actually give you hints. Let me see. We'll go through five questions, and then, Fumilayo, I'm going to present these five questions to you. They are going to provide your own feedback. No, no, I don't need feedback from you. You provide your own answers. They will get feedback from the house. All right. So Dave, be ready to you can give your own feedback based on Miss Fumilayo's performance. Miss Joyce, are you there? You can as well give your own feedback based on our performance, and I think this is still here too as well. So okay, for the first question, tell us a bit about yourself, and if you want to answer that kind of question, Fumlai, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You can just add. I'm just trying to give you hints, all right? For tell us about yourself, you can try to add a bit more about your career aspiration or how your skills align with the organization, with NNPC or something like that. Make sure that you have those two things in whatever you need to say. After introducing yourself, your name, your course of study, when you graduated, the school you graduated from, you get. So the next thing that should come to your mind is to add a bit about your career. Okay, probably what your goal. Let me just put it that way. Your goal towards that interview, like why. Just like you said, I actually asked you earlier that why here. Then you say you want to get a job or something. Or what do you say the other time? You say you want to get a job, right? Am I correct? Like, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of you putting it that way, just try to you can try to add your goal aspiration to it. Like, what are your goals? Probably you want to get a job. If you are being shortlisted, probably after the interview, like these are the goals that you see within the company, or probably once you get on the job or something like that. And also, don't forget to state how your skills align with this graduate trainee role that we are applying for. That is the most important thing. If you can actually put that in the first um, introduction, forget about it. They might not decide to even stress you at all. If you can try to explain, try to give your name, state the school you graduated from, when you graduated, what else? Your experience, a little bit about your experience. Then once you are done with those four things, the next thing that you need to do is to just give a bit about your goal aspiration, like your goal for the company. Probably if you are being shortlisted, like what are your goals? What are your I don't know how to put it, sharp, but just try to give a bit more about your goals towards the company. And finally, you can end it with how your own skills apply to the role you're applying for. Don't allow them to ask you that question before you give it. You stand. Just let them know based on my experience and
Actually,
based on the skills I've had so far, I think I can actually do this. Something like that. I don't know. Go ahead, please. I can
but
hear you.
wouldn't that be so long? Like,
No, you have
how
to be
many
very
minutes?
fast.
Like, what is like
Can you just? I'm
what's
very
the
sure
appropriate minute?
3 minutes should do that. 3 minutes or two. Within 3 minutes, we should be done. Probably you don't have to. Normally, my name is Kawasu Temilade. I graduated from Lagos State University with a second class upper division or something like that. I graduated during the year. I think that's it, 2022. Once you are done with that, I think it should not take more than 3 minutes. Then from there, I work there. These are the things I do. I think these are my goals. And from there, you can as well, these are the skills that I have. I have skills in this. I can use this particular tool. And I feel like if this interview is a yes for me, I'm very, very sure I'll be so glad to implement these skills into the job or something like that. You get my point? Under 3 minutes, you are done. There's only for you to say a lot of stories. Now, because say you want to explain this, you want to go deep, you want to form that yes, you can communicate. That is when you start spending 5 minutes, and then before you know it, the interviewer will get bored. Do you get that logic? Get that logic?
Yeah.
So it might not
Yeah.
really take a lot of time for you to say your name. Under 10 seconds, you are done just to say your name. Okay, another 10 seconds just to mention the school you graduated from. So if you try to reason it that way, 3 minutes should be enough for you to just introduce yourself. Because what I just feel is, when it comes to interview, if you can actually, at that moment when they tell you to introduce yourself, it's as if you are the one driving that particular room at that moment. So it depends on how you drive the interviewers. Okay, it depends on how you actually drive them. Okay, once you drive them towards your own direction, then for them to ask any question, it will be within your own direction. But if you try to drive them towards the interviewer's direction, I'm very, very sure the questions that will be asked will come from the interviewer's direction. I hope I'm clear. So you have to be just very, very smart, okay? Though I don't know the question that they will ask, nobody knows, all right? Even though if we are very, very sure that, okay, these are the kind of questions that they asked during the year 2019, do you think they will ask the same thing after 5 years? Are you whining me? And I think that was the only thing that saved me during the aptitude test because I was like, they said this came out. These are the questions they asked during year 2019. How will I expect the same question for this year? So I decided to just divert and just to refresh my. The only thing I did back then was to just as at November, I think they asked us to write the exam December 7th. I can't really remember. During that time, before that exam, the only thing I did was just to refresh my brain. Just to refresh my brain. That's all. I don't really bother myself that much. I have a lot of PDFs out there. I'm seeing a lot of PDFs. PDF of 200 plus, 200 pages, 600 pages, 500 pages. So I can't go through all those
More than
things.
that, sef.
Okay,
That
more
that
than
got
that,
me scared.
exactly. So now this interview too as well, I've been seeing a lot of questions out there, a lot of questions. How to fix bulb, how to do this, how to do that. Kilo shele, wetin happen? Eh? Who have that time? So one thing is we don't know the question that they will ask. We just don't know. We don't know. Okay. So let's take for instance, during year 2019, for the documentation, they asked them to come with CV, right? This time around, they asked us
Yeah.
all to come with CV. Now, can you
Seven.
compare if you try to compare 2019 to 2024? As at 2020, we actually faced a very hard pandemic then, which is COVID-19. And COVID-19 exposed us to tech stuff like this Google Meet that you are using. As at 2019, have you ever think of using Google Meet? No, now. As at
Mm-mm.
2019, no. Zoom, no. But as at 2020, after COVID 19, as at 2023, 2022 ending or something like that, people started using Google Meet and we are exposed to a lot of things, like a lot of tech skills, just to make work easier. And as at then, they asked them to come with CV, 6 copies. For instance, 6 copies, so not even one, not even two. Now this time around, they know even that to give us a CV. So they already know how to sort it out. They know what to do in a very easy way, right? As at then, they have up to like 6 or 7 documents to go along with for the interview. But our own is just four documents to come along with. You stand. So everything is now being changed. So there's no need for you to walk towards the same direction. All you just need to do is to prepare yourself. I all right. Just refresh your brain. Make sure that you are active. Let me just put it that way. Just make sure that you are active. Then once you get there, you defend yourself. You stand. So that is just the basic thing. So for the first question, please tell us about yourself. So I would like you to start with after giving your name and the school you graduated from and the likes. Remember to mention your goal aspiration towards the company. Okay, whether towards the
Okay.
company or maybe once you get on the job or something like that. And don't say directly that. Okay, though you can say, let me put it this way, because you have to use if statements. If I get to the next stage, or if I get to the final stage, then these are my goals. So they'll feel like, wow, it's like you know what you are saying. You get my point, right? If not that you
Yeah.
just use a direct command. Once I get there, where are you going to? once you get there, these are the things you do. No, no, you don't have to be direct. You stand. You get my point. So that's just. And then for question two, what else can I? Do I have any for question two? Tell us one significant thing you did with your time in school. I think this one is personal to you. And you can just, there's no need for you to cram this. ChatGPT can give you answer to this. So it depends on your own perspective, the way you see it and what you need to, it can just be like a story. You can just give a story about one significant thing that you've done during your time in school. Just think, okay? Just think of anything. If I ask you now, what's that one significant thing that you've done? Can you just tell me? One thing that is very, very special. Don't let me use the word. I don't use the word significance. What's that thing that you did that is so special when you're still in undergraduate level? All right, peace.
We
You want
don't
to ask?
start the interview.
Wait, I think peace wants to ask question. Peace, can you please unmute and speak?
Okay.
Peace, are you there? Oh, that was a mistake. I think she just raised her hands. Joy said, "Go, Fumilayo." They're already giving you go ahead. So, Fumilayo, let's start with that. Like, I guess before we dive into the main mock interview session, like, I would like to just ask this question: like, what is that special thing that you think that you've done when you're staying undergraduate level or when you're staying in school? Like, what's that special?
Okay.
What's that special thing that people feel like, wow,
Well,
I think you
I,
are
I, I
responsible.
can't really.
You can't
Okay,
really
I
remember.
can't really.
Eh? What do you want to
But
say?
okay,
You can't
like
really
no, 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 no.
remember.
Like no, 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 no. I can't. Like
Can't
I did
recall.
something while I was in school. Like, but to me, it was just like. part of me, like it was just like me giving back to like my community. I think I remember I was one of the executives
What's that thing?
for my
What's that thing? Stop saying thing. So let me
okay.
just point that out.
I
You
think
have to specify that thing.
okay, I was doing tutorial for like my
Hey,
junior
hey,
colleagues.
now you're
All of
talking.
that.
This is there's difference
Yeah.
now. Initially, you said you're trying to give things to your company. I don't know how you put it, but now you said you're trying to give tutoring. Tutor people around your community. You
Yeah.
see, there's clear difference, and I think what you just said now bit over what you said earlier, right? So please take
Uh,
note of that. Go ahead, please.
okay, so during my undergraduate, I was opportune to be one of the executives in my department. So I
Okay,
served as a treasurer. So we all know that like it's actually like it's something that is common that most people are actually scared of biochemistry, and it's not like a course that everybody would want to study. So
good.
I remember when I was in 300 level, 400 level, like there was a math failure in the results of the new intake,
Yeah, the freshers,
especially
the
yeah,
freshers.
freshers. So the level that we are taking the introductory aspect of biochemistry. So our coordinator called us back then that we should try and do something that to help these students to
Yeah,
actually like. So one of the things that we initiated as a team is to try
organize
and organize
a
tutorial,
tutorial session for
uh,
them.
tutorial session, and then try to teach them and break it down in a simpler manner so that they would understand. And
Okay,
we were able to come up with committee of people that we organize tutorial twice, 3 times or twice in a week. I can't remember specifically.
good.
Um, we were able to organize tutorial, and then at the end of the tutoring, their results the
Thank you
next
very much.
semester.
That is what I'm
Actually,
expecting. The success story. That's all. Go ahead.
yeah. So at the end of the semester, there was like there was an improvement in their results, and that was like it was quite
Give it a
inspiring
percentage.
to us because at
It would
least
be
we
nice if
got
you
to
give it a
realize that
percentage.
effort, okay, our efforts was not like did not go like was not like our efforts was like did not go how would I put it? Our efforts was
In vain.
not
They did not go in
wait,
vain.
did not go in vain, and then that
Yeah.
actually motivated us to do more and more.
Cool.
And
Cool. Perfect. Perfect. As in, you are doing well. I think that was a that was a very good one from your end. All right. So can you still hear me?
yes, sir.
Um, I think I've been able to fix that. So you see that there's no issue now. Like that means if we are able to, let's say if I go ahead and ask you the main question and I ask you that same question, tell us about one significant thing that you've done in school. I believe you can actually do that with ease. You see, there is nothing
Yeah.
special about interview. Like there's nothing special about it. All right, just prepare and that's all. Just stay active. All right, Diana, can you hear me? You just raised your hands. So do you
Yes,
have
I
a
can.
question? Yeah, please. Can you please go ahead and speak?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening,
Yeah, good
Noah.
evening. Yeah, good evening.
So, Fumilayo's story was very nice, and I have a similar story like that. But then, as you said,
Special
there's
there.
nothing special about
Hey,
interview.
I know that
So,
that's what you
can we
say.
make up stories? Can we make up juicy
This,
stories,
they
believable
may,
stories?
but there is no
Really?
time. That's just it. No time. You get? Can you actually crack a joke that will make me laugh? Talk less of stories.
I think community service
Okay.
too can help to like I think that should also be part of one significant thing. Like I think giving back to the community.
At least I
I
actually use
think
the
that
word special, Sha. It's not that special like that, but it is. Okay, but that's why they
Mm.
say
It's
significant thing.
important.
Just significant.
Yes.
That's why they say just one thing. Okay, just significant thing. So I think it's still a plus for us to it's still a plus for Formula to mention something like that. I think it's fine.
You know,
But please don't
what
crack
she
a lot of
said was
stories.
even better than,
What do you say?
because, sorry, no, I've cut you off. What Fumilayo said was, it was school based, it was education based. What I did for my department, because I was director of socials,
Okay.
was to create awareness because the whole school felt accounting department was stiff. They never is have fun. All they do is wear their blue and talk it inside black and be working like they know all the books in the world.
Okay.
What I did as director of socials was basically create awareness that we are not stiff. We have parties. We have we can have fun basically. So I organized a series of events, invited other departments, and I kid you not, I don't know if it's because of that, because we posted it on social media. We have our own account, school account, and everything. I kid you
Yep.
not, the next level of people that came in for 100 level accounting was
Yeah.
almost double other
Okay.
level.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's mine is like a more fun. I think it's significant anyway because
Yeah, it
it
is.
also helped me to become a better planner, and I worked with people. I think I can comfortably organize an event right now, planning and everything. So I think it helped me with
And we should also
setting
remember
policies of
this
myself.
just to we can as well relate it to the company too as well. If eventually we get to the next stage, if there's a way you can actually put it that way too.
Right.
You get my point?
Yes, yes,
Like,
yes.
but
I think
not
that's a very good
Yes.
point for me.
that's
It's a
just
very
it.
good one. It just
Exactly.
depends on
If
how
you
you
if you
tailor
can
your
relate it,
response.
if you can relate it to
Yeah.
NNPC, that's all. Like once you get on the
I think I
job,
can
you
find
can
you.
as well work within a team and then apply the same techniques.
Yes, spread
Just that,
awareness,
exactly.
increase customer base, that sort of
That's
thing.
it. I think that part
Okay. Yeah.
has been cleared. That
Yeah.
part has been.
Okay.
In fact, you can even use that same concept for, why do you think? Okay, I think for question number 9, let me see. I don't know. Probably you just joined us. I tried to drop 10 questions. Diana, I don't know whether you can see those questions. So if you look at number 9, from Liar, like you can use what based on what
I
you've
can
said.
see them.
You can as well use that same response for question number 9, which says, "Tell us something that stands you out from other persons called for this interview." So you can still use that for that question. It's possible.
Yes, that's very true.
Yes, it's one significant thing that you can actually do that you feel like you are proud of, something like that. So
Okay.
I think we've sorted out question number 2. Now the third one says, I think this is a major thing. Ah, God. Okay, what do you do now, and why do you want to leave what you are doing? Or probably, what do you do now, and why do you want to leave your current role? The question seems somehow. I prefer, what do you do now, and why do you want to leave it, or something like that, to get on this role that you're applying for. You get my
What if we
question,
are in
right?
school? What if we are in school and we're not doing anything?
What
What if
if
you are in school?
Nigeria is just doing you and you're not doing anything?
Okay, let me see if I have any ink on this. What do you do now, and why do you want to leave your current role? Okay, you can answer this question by saying probably you are not working, one, and they are not doing anything,
So that's the truth.
and you're not doing anything.
Yeah,
That's all, and they will be
but
like, "We do not trust
is
you."
that a good way to answer the question? Like you're
Yeah,
not
no,
doing
I'm not sure. No,
anything.
no, 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 no. That's wrong. Just to save yourself from further questioning. But one thing is for this question now. Let's assume,
I think
let's assume I'm doing something now, and I've left my current role. I've left the job that I'm doing. Probably I have a friend of
resume to
mine.
school.
I have a friend of mine. We are working together in the same company, and he has already resigned. But I mean, they do strong. Yet I never resign. You get. So take for instance for this question, that means I probably is doing something currently. I don't know, but he has actually left his current role. So to answer this question, why can't you just say it directly without even stressing yourself? I just left my current role
I
last
think
month, and I'm currently doing something. What I'm doing now is just trying to get more skills online. I'm learning some courses online. I think that's fine. And then you save yourself from further questioning. I'm very, very sure of that. But if they ask you, what are you doing now? And why do you want to leave your current role? How will you answer that question? For those that are working fully, like full time staff or something, I don't know. So how will you answer that question?
I think for me this kind of question should be a follow-up question from your tell us about yourself. So to me, maybe it depends on what you say in that your tell us about yourself
That
that
will
can
determine.
actually
That will
that will
determine, yeah.
determine if they will ask you this kind of question. So if highlighted
Though
in your
you open the speech, but if you did not close it during the introduction, then that means they will catch you there. Like saying you currently work. probably when you're trying to introduce yourself, you said you work in First Bank, and you did not close it that probably you're going to resign soon, just for just for you to get the role, just for you to get a job in NNPC with NNPC, or probably you decide not to close your speech by saying, "All right, I've used so months. At least I've spent a lot of time working with First Bank, and I feel it's high time I work elsewhere or something." I don't know how to just put that kind of statement you get. But it depends on how you, like you said, it depends on whatever you said during your introduction that will determine this, how you're going to give a response to this. Or probably it links together. What do you think? Joyce, you want to say
Yeah,
something?
yeah. I think yeah, two people are raising up their hands.
Yeah, let me start with Adrian.
Hi,
Okay, let's
everyone.
Joyce, please hold on. Let's hear from Adrian. Okay, Adrian, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, I think I wanted to chip in when you were talking about, tell us what to do. And Formula said that, what about people that are not working? I think you already answered it. So the best thing to say for that is you're taking on certification courses to fill in your
Exactly.
gap year.
Exactly. That's why I
You're
said
not
that too.
working yet. So those are the things you
In
just
fact,
tell them. And like
okay, yeah. Go ahead, please. I can hear you.
Funaya rightly said, it is in your tell us about yourself
That will
that
determine.
would give them the impression of if you're still working or you're
Or
currently not working.
or
And
if you are
also, I
lying
think
too,
no one mentioned,
or if you are lying
yeah,
as well, they will catch you
and
from
I
there.
think no one mentioned, or everybody mentioned that there are too many resources online, which is true with regards to the interview. And like I've been telling my people or my friends that what would determine the way your interview would go would be would actually be how you sell, like you tell
Sell
us about
yourself.
yourself actually. Because it's
That's
from
very true.
there that the interviewers, if you tell us about yourself, it's like very well detailed, do you understand, and it shows that you have lots of experience or things that they can ask you questions about. I think they would pick up the questions from there. But if you tell us about yourself, it's just simple, or maybe it's just a two-line sentence, then your questions will come from the interviewer's perspective. So, the panel perspective, rather. So,
Yep.
that's just like what I wanted to chip in.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Miss Adira. Okay. Thank you. So, any comment on that from Lai or Joyce? Joyce, please go ahead. Joyce, you can go ahead and unmute and speak.
Hi everyone. I think Aderonke has already said what I wanted to say.
Okay.
But for people that are working and they ask you why do you want to leave your current job and
Mm,
why do you want to move to an NPT, you can just say, oh, first thing is don't throw shades at your former organization or at your current organization. So you can just say, oh, you realize that um the organization is not giving you room for improvement. You are doing the same job.
are you
Abi,
sure?
you are doing the same
It's
process.
not.
Yes, you can. It's not giving you room for improvement.
Are you
You
sure that would be the best
personally,
way?
not
Okay, personally, right?
yes.
Okay.
I believe you as a person, because each person has like career goals, and you can just say, oh, like I've always wanted to work in the
What
oil
if the
and gas
interviewer now
space.
asks you, do you think you gain more experience once you offer you the job? No, they can actually catch you.
Yes.
Like they know how to. They will
Well,
attack you straight up with that with that thing that you said. Which means probably once you get a job with NNPC, then you can as well say the same thing that you are not seeing room for improvement personally. They can just play around that kind of question. They can throw it back at you. What do you guys think? Joyce, please go ahead.
Okay, sorry
Okay,
to.
I don't okay. You want
Oh,
to say
okay.
something? Yeah.
Yeah, I think what Joy is just trying to say is that probably she missed it where she said that the office is not giving you room for improvement.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
that's
can.
kind of wrong because
Okay.
that is you putting your office in a
She
bad
can
light.
rephrase it, right?
So the best thing we
Okay.
would have said is that the current challenges at your office does not align with your goals, or the challenges currently in your place of work is limited and you want more challenges which would align with your goals and visions for so x number of years or in your life and in your career. So I think that is the best way to answer why do you want to leave your current place of work.
Please, can you repeat that, please? I'm coming.
Okay, so how I would answer why I want to leave my current place of work would be that, oh yeah, as much as my current place of work is fine and They are okay, they've treated me well, and I've gained more, but I need more experiences. The
Okay.
current challenges at my current place of work, it does not currently align with my goals, and I would want more challenges that actually align with my goals and
So
career trajectory. So
so do you
yeah,
see your
that's how I'm gonna answer
goals?
my.
Do you see your do you see achieving, probably can you actually achieve your goals within our company? Or do you see
Of
yourself
course, yes,
achieving those
I can.
goals? What are those
Okay,
goals?
so as a biochemist, one of my goals is as a biochemist with like judging from what I learned in school,
Yeah.
um, my course of study is involved in research and dealing with enzymes and things like that. And
Method
from
right,
my
ride on.
Atleta Koe. All right, so and from my findings, I see that these things are required in the oil and gas sector. So
Yep.
one of the things I learned is that they use bioremediation for, like, I don't know, to help the oil and gas to determine enzymes, and
You're not going
also
too deep like this.
um they learn things to help to prevent the oil from corroding and all those things like that. So
Okay.
yes, it's going to further fuel my research want or my research, even if that's not what I want to do. If they ask me that question, probably that's what I want to say. But
No,
I
I think
don't
that's
think
fine.
that I want to like work as a biochemist in the oil and gas sector. I prefer administrative duties, anyways. But if I get that,
Okay.
fine. Yes.
All right. No
So that's it.
problem.
That's just it.
I just feel like one thing about this interview stuff, everything is that, just as see probably I want to board the bus, and let's say Fumulayo wants to board the same bus. If I decide to, let's say Fumulayo decided to pass through the entrance of that bus, and I decided to pass through the window, though at the end of the day, we'll still end up in the same bus. So probably you can see it in this way, why I see it in another way, but at least we might still arrive at the same conclusion, something like that. So I think that's fine. Your response is still nice. Yeah, we can still hold that. Yeah. Joyce, do you still have any other thing to say? Joyce, please go ahead. You are muted.
I don't have anything to say. Oh, like I'm trying to research
Just flow.
on how my
Okay.
career goals align with
With
NNPC.
NNPC.
So yeah, you asked like a second
And
question after
yeah,
I said
yeah,
what I said.
exactly.
So I'm
Sure.
trying to go back to.
Go back to it. Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
No, that would be very, very important.
Hi,
Just to
Joyce. Sorry, I don't know if I can chip
Yeah.
in if you don't mind. Okay, so what
Okay.
I did, how I knew my career goals aligns with NNPC and probably a suitable department that I can work in is I used ChatGPT because I
exactly.
didn't even know.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
what
was
I'm
ChatGPT
what
on
I
is
right
did,
now.
there.
and I
ChatGPT is.
I'm on
prompted it just
I
like
I tried it that day now.
I got
I don't
lesson
know.
from the prompt that
I
Noah
okay from that one, right?
suggested, like,
Yeah.
yes, from one of your prompts. So I prompted my ChatGPT like that, and that was how like it helped me. If
Yeah,
you can give
I'm
me
on
to listen.
ChatGPT right now.
If you try
Okay.
to prompt it very well,
Mm.
it will definitely give you the exact department too. If you are very, very smart, it will still give you the exact department, not even subsidiary. It will give you subsidiary you can actually dive into, and at the same time, tell you the exact department. If you are very, very smart, you can prompt it well. I think that should work. So, guys, can you please give me just 2 minutes? I need to confirm this recording whether it's still active. So, I
And I
don't know.
think the call will end in the next 9 minutes. I think you should take note of that too.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes of your time, please. I'm coming.